Hello and welcome to Translato.ai. I'm going to give you a quick tour so you can be up and running in no time. All right, so let's log in to Translato. And this is the first page I'm in. And you can either start a book or import an existing manuscript. I recommend that you do it from a Word document. And here I'm going to choose the Word document. I have a little demo document right here. And I'm going to add my name and everything else is good. It's in English and I'm going to import it. And just like that, it's imported. Now I can come here and we're going to talk about languages in a bit, but let's right now open it and take a look at what we have. So here I have all the chapters and I can add a title page, and let's make this 30 points. Let's make this 22 points and 18 points, and I'm going to save it. And I'm going to show you why I did that. If I go here to preview, you'll notice that I can see all the chapters, but I can't really see the title page. And that's because that's not really a chapter, that's front matter and back matter. So for that, instead of current chapter, I'm going to go to full book. And now it shows me the title page. I can also add, let's say, a copyright page. And I'm going to add a table of contents. And while I'm at it, I'm going to add a dedication. Now, here's a super cool thing that we have here is I have this AI assist button where I can say, dedicate this to my wife and 3 kids. Make it funny. For my wife who believed in this book before it existed, and for my 3 who still don't believe I actually wrote it. And by the way, you can use the AI assist to fix anything. So for example, if I come here and I select this chapter, make it funny or longer and longer, it's going to work just on that particular chapter. And there you go. The only problem with having it with a full book is now you have to keep scrolling to find everything. That's why I like to keep it in current chapter, because that synchronizes every chapter as you're working on it, and you see the changes basically immediately. So let me show you some of the things you can do right away. So first of all, I want this one to flow into the next chapter. So I'm going to select this next chapter and I'm going to click merge into previews. And there it is. Okay, now let's say I want to make this one into a quote. And this was written by, let's say, me. And now it created a little quote. And this is how fast you can format with this. So let's go to this page. If you notice here right away, something you don't see in any of the other software is I can actually have native tables. I can come here and I can create a 2x2, 3x2, 4x2, 3x3, etc. And I can add and remove rows as needed. And we'll get into that in a moment, but that is super cool, something you can't really do with any other ones. Let me just scroll down. And if you notice here, this list, every line begins with a 1. All I do is select it, click on the numbering, and now it's perfectly numbered. And if I want to use different levels, so I use the tab, and let's say the tab here, and I can select these two and go to the level style, and I can actually change this to numbers, square bullets, circle bullets. So let's do circle bullets. And now I created a different leveled list. Other things you can do. So if I select this one and I go to the block, you have here blue, yellow, red, gray, lined, workbook, journal, ingredients, instructions. So these are basically colored boxes. So I'm going to select this yellow one because we're talking about before. And look at that, how beautiful that looks. If I select the before and paste it as a header, look at how beautiful that looks. And then for this one, let's select the after. And let's make this one a blue one, and let's paste the after right here. And now I have my before and after. Let's keep formatting super quickly. Okay, this is all good. And now let me show you some of the great things that Translato does that none of the other formatting apps actually do, which is lined boxes. I can select this exercise one, come here and do, for example, this one, and it created a lined box that doesn't print when you export it as Kindle. It'll keep it without the lines. So let's select this and let's paste the header right here, and now I have it right there. I can do, for example, let's cut this and let's paste this as a workbook. And if I want to, I can change from dashed, I can make them dotted, and I can add or remove lines as I need. So let's make this one 3 lines only, and there it is. You can also do, for example, a journal, and this one makes it a white one. And again, I can select the title and paste it here and replace that for prompt. And now you have this lined box right here. You can also do red, for example, for warnings. Now, if I need to add my reference, I'll select this. I'll cut it, come right here to footnote, FN, paste it, insert, there's your little number 1, and there it shows up at the very bottom. So some of the different things you can do here, of course, undo, redo, bold, italics, underline, the different headings, heading 1, 2, 3. You can add bullet points as you need them. And of course, if you do return, it'll add more bullets, and you can change the styles of those bullets as well. And if you want to change, this is something, again, incredibly unique. If I want to make this a certain color, I can make this orange. So you can actually change the color of the fonts, which is something none of our competitors do. So super cool. Other things you can do here is you can, of course, add an image. So let's go right here and let's select an image. You can do it directly from a URL or directly upload it. So let's select an image right here. Let's go to choose files and let's find here under download. Yeah, let's do this picture. And there's the image. And of course, if I want to make it, let's say 50%, and I want to float it right, and again, it looks beautiful, I could, of course, add my alt text, which is super important. And another thing that we do is make these images beautiful by rounding the corners. There you go. All right, now let's talk about the design settings. So I'm going to go back here to the first chapter, and I'm going to open design settings. And here you have a whole bunch of different themes. You have some themes, better suited for nonfiction, workbook, cookbook, etc. So let's go through some of these. Okay. Here you have one that actually includes colored headings. If you want to turn them off, you can also turn off the color. And all of these include a classic, a modern, and a literary version. So this is the modern, changes it a little bit, and the literary changes some elements about it as well. Let me show you some of the really nice ones. For example, this one, if you're writing like romance or a novel, beautiful. You can change, of course, the font size, the line spacing. You can change your paragraph alignment if you want it to be justified. Very simply, you can make the whole thing justified. If you want to turn off the indentation, you can turn it off right here. If you want to have the page numbers centered or on the outer. And if I want to have drop caps, I can turn those on as well. But let's say I want to turn them off on this particular page. I don't want the first for a single line to have a drop cap. I can just come here and disable the drop cap just for that particular one. Other things you can do here is I can select and add an ornament, and I can also change the colors of the table. So if I wanted to make this, let's say bluish, we'll change them like this, and I can keep playing with those things. Now, when you're ready to export it, just go here to export PDF, and there you go, with all the colors, etc., etc. And this is where Translato actually shines, is if I want to translate it into one of these 5 languages. Let's try doing it in Spanish. All I do is select it and then choose the regional variant. Let's say I want to make it, let's make it Mexican Spanish. Let's make the formality level, let's make it informal. Then I can select the book genre. Let's say this is health and wellness. Who is going to read it? Let's say it's going to be general adult audience. And here it's basically asking questions related to the language. So in this case, let's neutralize the genders. Let's talk about the author's gender, because sometimes it's relevant depending on the language. The author's age as well. Here it's asking me how I want to handle the technical terms. So let's use hybrid with parentheses. The cultural adaptation, let's localize the examples. And I want to translate the book labels and everything. I hit next. Yes, if I want to add any special instructions, I can do that. And I just hit translate and it begins the translation. And usually in under 30 to 40 minutes, you'll have the entire book completely translated and retaining all the formatting. And now it's translated. So let's go here, open the translated document. And as you can see, everything is perfectly translated. There you go. All the tables, and there you go. Please let me know if you have any questions. Just click on the send feedback and I'll get back to you. Thank you.